Hi, my name is Brennan Moriarty, and I'm a visionary, okay? And I've got like this major ambition, major sort of work that I've been working on for a long time, and I need to connect with someone. I need sort of a counselor. Guidance, and I need almost like a middleman because I say sort of irrational things. That's because I'm constantly searching for the truth, and I have the brain power to do it, and family history of invention and medical stuff, and technological invention. When I say technology, I mean hardware. I mean hardware, I mean like a building and stuff like that. Okay, because electricity, lights could go out someday and we'd be screwed. And I want you to know that I'm exceptionally sane. I am more sane than most people. Okay, I am extremely compassionate and intelligent and physically daring. And I've studied very diverse stuff. I speak Spanish. I studied art. I studied a little bit of music. Not so great at either of those. They were like hard lessons. So, anyways, I have this sociology thing, and it's like a unified social theory. It's so profound. If you don't think I'm crazy, you're crazy. But it's very, very important. It's exceptionally important. And I want to sort of make it not important because that way it might happen. That's how things work. It's difficult. Exceptionally difficult. It's visionary stuff. And I also have basically a bunch of engineering stuff. Architectural, automotive architecture, and all this stuff, and it's just the way of the future. And I've been studying I started the sociology stuff as early as '97. Around 1999, I had sort of breakthroughs by traveling, and I've been studying intensively since then. And really, since I'm 41 years old, and really since I was about 20, I've just been doing nothing but thinking intensely. And I want you to know that I'm from a sort of upper middle class family, so it's not like I had to be at the beach drinking beer surfing every day. That's what I did for the first 10 years. And this last 10 years, the 2000s, the noughts, I've been much more on a different plane. In the 90s, I would go surfing basically all the time, and the beach culture. And so I should probably be at a university, and this is where I'll show you how I go off the sort of the PC sanity sort of level. When I tell you that my grandfather gave a bunch of money to University of Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish, okay? And I tried to call them, and they're like, huh? And nobody says nothing. Nobody knows nothing. And so I think, screw the Irish, I'm half Irish, Moriarty, but there's kind of a cosmic deafness there. And if I look French, thank you. I'm a little bit French, just a little, not too much. So, anyways, I'm the man to save the world. I've been that wisdom in the crib for half my life. I've been thinking, and this is the sociology stuff. It's the narrative is very difficult. It's once you hear the narrative, it's polarizing, and people might sort of have a racist sort of reaction. And what it is to identify a cancer and say, okay, let's grab that cancer and like putting the thread through the needle. That's what it's like. It's like doing that, but without looking, because if you look, you're going to want to stab. Screen went out. You're going to want to stab yourself or something like that, you know. The thread through the needle, I mean, why should that happen, you know? Why do you need special treatment type of thing? And so the West Coast and the East Coast, that's really the narrative of the sociology thing is, okay, and so the sociology thing is geography and sort of general, sociology thing is geography and general happiness. So it kind of, there's this unified social theory that's sort of, it's kind of like a cross, you know, where you go like that, where geography is one link and general happiness is the other link. And general happiness is generally, like your allies in humanity, and our humanity to align with technology, to align with technology. So on the architecture and transportation paradigm, I'm quantifying this, and so I have to balance this out. Because so let's say you have the scales of justice and humanity. Okay, so here are the scales. You know the Libra or whatever it is. One is the bottomless pit. This goes down forever. That's sociology. The other one is the Tower of Power. That goes up forever. Tower of Power, just all the way to heaven, all the way to hell. Okay, so you have to understand that there's a cosmic link where they sort of yin yang on each other, but with a more Western mentality, because that's the only thing that that's East Coast, West Coast thinking, you know, realizing, okay, let's do the Western thing and let's do the Eastern thing and let's not polarize anybody. Okay, so I have also this marine. I grew up in the ocean, the West Coast of California, and I just want to show you my intensity. Been in the ocean too long. See, okay, so so a whole bunch of marine inventions. This one invention in particular, which is sort of this culmination of artificial surfing reefs. Someone's calling me out there. Okay, so this artificial surfing reefs. So basically you have these refractory waves, and you have like somebody's honking. Okay, so anyways, there's a refractory structure. There's a rock. Think about 1620. What's that one? Massachusetts, the first colony, Ellis Rock or something like that. Alcatraz. I don't know what it is. But it's a rock, and it was sort of like the Pilgrims all came off the ship, and they stand on this rock, and then they jumped onto the ocean. And that's what the surf wedge form is. But that's one that's emerged that can hold wildlife, like endangered shorebirds. So this is really fascinating. It's sort of a focus. People come to the beach, you put a parking lot there, they're like, there's the rock. Let's look at the rock because the sun's so bright, you know. But then offshore, this one that I'm really fascinated about is a submerged structure that's basically a retaining wall. So if you build a retaining wall, and so you say here's the ocean, right, going out flat, the water, and then here's the shoreline, and it kind of goes sink deeper and deeper. The sand, it gets really deep out here, right? It's like maybe 10, 20 feet deep. You put a retaining wall out there, and all the sand fills in there, and then all the beach is settling out here. So you got this whole new beach out here, dunes and everything. You do this on the whole coastline, and it's just so fascinating. It's like Jacques Cousteau, but sort of Jacques Cousteau if he were to crawl out of the ocean and evolve into a sort of superhuman, you know, Jacques sans mots, you know, and it's very interesting. And I'm trying to quantify the technology, not the fantasy, because the fantasy is sort of where I just get lost. You know, I talk in poetry and rhymes, and it takes a lot of thinking. It's just like doing algebra or something like that, writing poetry. It's you're thinking, okay, let's make this rhyme, but make it utterly fit. You know, so it's not just the zeros, but it's not just the decimal points, but it's the whole numbers that are all coming together like dynamite, sparks everywhere, just a railroad train going through a tunnel, it's like the mountain's just going, yeah, baby, the train's going, woo! Okay, that's just, that's where you want to keep things sane. You don't want to talk to strange people. Someone's out there. I'm afraid, I'm like paranoid, basically. But I want you to know that I'm exceptionally intelligent, and and decent. I'm not gonna intimidate anyone, but I'll be there for you. If someone, I gotta find someone. Hey, guys. Okay, so.